Okay, all fine. I guess, Kate, could you please say again, now I'm in the game and my voice should be okay, right? No robotic voice, no echo.
How can I help you?
Thanks. And my just phone application is glitching like hell. It's just absolutely unusable. It's just freezes and that's all. Yeah. Thank you for response. So I'm going to continue. Please let me know if there is a problem, because well, I was I think talking with RoboVoice last stream with like for 1 hour, and that was I think pretty horrendous, and I don't know why it's happening actually. What's wrong with the settings? Anyway, so this guy had this problem.
What is it that you want of me?
Actually, not a problem, but he was pretty happy. So there was this lady, if you remember, who was on the Zeppelin, and they were going to get married, but unfortunately she crashed with the Zeppelin together, and he is this unfortunate fiance, and I need to complete this mission by telling him what had happened, and also I will do something for him, do him a favor. What is your name, sir? I go by the name Jared, captain of the Vermilion Station Guard. You'll have to excuse my somber mood. I'm a bit on the distracted side lately. What is it that is troubling you, sir? My girl, Wilhelmina, was on the Zephyr, you know, the blimp that crashed in the Shrouded Hills, with no word of survivors yet. I was part of the rescue team. I have a note for you. He reads the note. Wilhelmina, where is she? I'm sorry, she is dead. No. He begins sobbing. My condolences, sir. He continues to sob for a few moments before composing himself. I know I have no right to ask this of you, but could you do me a favor? Of course. Could you stop by the stone cutters for me? I need a tombstone made for my Wilhelmina. It's very important to me. His shop is on the corner of Mulligan Bone Alley and East End Avenue. Tell him to come around to visit me. I can't leave my post. And so I can kind of ask for some compensation, but of course I'm not going to, because that's like pretty cringe to ask for money. A person who has just lost his fiancée, so I say of course, and then I'm setting off to go to this tombstone maker, and I know where he resides. I need just this metro station, and in this box, by the way, there is a box here. Yeah, I can find something like great helm, and this and this and this. I think I can sell this. Just that now I'm a little bit I have some encumbrance now. I don't want it to be with me, so I'm going to put this helm on Magnus. Actually, it's pretty wow. Gives him 8 points of defense. Cool. Then I'm going to drop some. No, I think I'm fine. So let's go. And so I'm here. Which station I'd like to buy to? I need warehouse district. And here we go. This is this guy, Stonecutter. Hello, man. An honor to meet you. Might I ask your name? My name is Joseph. I am the stonecutter here in Tarrant. I make headstones and such. Jared sent me. His girl has died. He needs a headstone. Oh, how sad. I'll be sure to stop by later to speak with him about it. Thank you. Good day to you. And that's it. So the mission is almost complete. I just want to report back to Jared about my success, and yeah, actually I was choosing the wrong way. I could have used this one. Anyway, Jared, hello. Hell. Jared looks up from the ground slowly as you approach. You see the tears running down his cheeks, though his expression is one of stoicism. Yes, what is it? I spoke with the stone cutter. He will be dropping by. Please leave me to my pain. So, that's one of the saddest quests in this game, unfortunately. So, but I got my experience. I can now drop a couple of points. Have to be careful, can I? So I have firearms expert, persuasion enough to be quite satisfied, and haggle, I think it's still not as important. And charisma, when will I need charisma? I need 4 points to develop quite soon, I think. So should I actually go for these rings or not? Ooh, I want to meet Wallinger. Do I want to meet Wallinger now? I do, but I don't remember what his level is. Is it 12 or... I'm going to go to check this and then I will understand. So, saving the game for now. So, and to those who are on the chat, how are you guys? Any news? Anything interesting happening? How is your mood? How is your health? How is life in general? Hope you're doing fine. It's pretty nice to be playing Arcanum, not alone, but with someone. Quite a fresh experience for me, to be honest. And that's something I actually have been dreaming of for a long time. Like to share this perfect game with someone, because that's a wonderful story. Long, with many characters, with lovely dialogues, funny dialogues, a lot of craft, and just captivating mechanics which you replay and replay and replay. I mean, I've played this game like more than 10 times, trying, well, not that I was trying different setups, I was mainly using this diplomat shooter thing, adding later some trading so that I became more proficient with fighting, with certain things, but that's it. So I want to check what level Wallinger is, and Wallinger is just a person, next person who I want to join. Poor spider. Actually, I want to save now. That's going to take a lot of time to travel, because there will be those random encounters all the time, which will piss me off immensely. Like this bear. And wolves. Dangerous wolves. Virgil is almost dead after those wolves. I'm pretty meticulous about everything happening in the game, because I know exactly what should be done, how it should be done, and if I fail I kind of feel irritated, so forgive me for that scrupulousness. The better I play now, the better the game experience is going to be. That's why. So like, I will have the most amount of companions, and they will be the best companions, the most interesting. I'm very slow, but Sog is super fast. You see, he's slashing like crazy, totally mad. Heartbreaking shrieking of those boars. Yeah, I hope I haven't been mistaken and I left Wallinger here. Let me see. So no, not here. The tavern. I need the tavern. Yeah, he is here and he's level 15. So it means I could actually... So if I make it like this, then 2 more points, that will be level 13, plus 2, that will be level 15. And that's actually fine, I guess. So I need 4 points and 6 points. Yeah, that's perfect. So I can make my rings. And I'll be running faster, shooting faster. That means more deadly force, more efficiency, and just better game experience, because the way my guy runs is just unacceptable. It's just so slow, so tedious. I need to sell this, and this, and this. And yeah, that's basically what I wanted. Do I need to buy from this guy? Nope. That's not what I want. And so I'm going back to Tarant. What an exciting journey, you would say. Well, that's how you play Arcanum. You just microcontrol, microcontrol, and microcontrol again. That's necessary in RPGs for maximum game experience, as I said. So, another wolf pack to hack.
Sure, I'll do it right away.
Jaina was kicking the boar. The music is pretty wonderful, I should say, because it's never getting too much of that track. Well, I was saying last time that small black bears are strangely more powerful than the big bear, and that's something I've just seen, because, and it's ridiculous. I mean, I take more time to kill the small bears, the bear cubs, than to kill their mother, and that's pretty astonishing.
Sure, I'll do it right away. Sure, I'll do it right away. Sure, I'll do it right away.
Kill the wolf, please.
Sure, I'll do it right away.
Why are wolves so strong? Why Virgil is just suffering with them? Virgil, what's wrong with you? Why wolves just want to eliminate you in a second? I need those plants. Let's go. Alright, so what's the plan? I need to first develop this skill, which is electric light. Don't remember why I need it. And then charged ring. That's the second one. And now I have no XP points, but that's fine. Let's go to this general store, and I need one special detail, which this guy doesn't have. But also, oh, I can actually buy this very useful stuff, keyring, which is 3 coins, but it's going to free me of these keys, which are going to be only multiplying. So now I have this nice thing, and I could also buy bullets, not to think about them later in the future. And yeah, so I want to check what this electric light does, because I don't remember. Where can I check it? I can check it. Yeah. Person can carry light into the darkest places without the discomfort usually produced by smoke and sputtering torches. I don't remember why I need it. Maybe it will increase my precision, maybe not, but I'm not going to do that, because that's waste of money and time. And I have encumbrance now, because I've bought too many what are they called? Oh, too many bullets. Yes. But that's fine. I'm going to shoot them all, and the encumbrance is going to fall steadily. And so I need. Yeah, I need this. So now I will use this and sorry, second page. 1, 2. Look, those two nicest rings, I think, in the game. What I will do is show you this dexterity 6. I'll put 1, and I have 8, and I'll put 2. I have 10, which is just amazing. I'm now running like a young antelope. Much better, much more playable. That's just such a relief. Oh, thank you. So I'm now good and dangerous. I also need to sell this freaking sword, which I have, but I don't know what it is, so have to do something about it. Also, I need to give the plants to Jaina, and the sword I would give to her, but she will immediately drop it somewhere. So I need to go to warehouse district, and from this place I'll run to where is this exit from Toronto? I remember somewhere. Oh, I've made a mistake, so I need to go to the docks. Actually, from the docks I can go to the special woman who will identify the sword for me, which is pretty helpful because I'm going to be able to sell it for a bigger price, maybe even to her, maybe to another trader, vendor. Come on, man, move. Also, I want to remember where I can learn the where I can become the expert of persuasion. I think it was Ristitsa or somebody else. Persuasion. I don't remember who teaches persuasion. So is it this place that I'm running? Well, come on, no, please. I haven't played for a long time. Sorry, guys. I will correct my mistake. Yeah, and this. So please, go. So I was speaking about the music. Music is just so nice and comforting and so cozy, and never makes you bored or never becomes this like disturbing thing. It never becomes disturbing, which I really appreciate. So actually, I have identified it already. So I need to just find a person who would buy it, and that's it. And I think there is somewhere a rabbit which is fighting a... Yeah, there is a wolf which is fighting a rabbit. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to save.
It is done. It is done.
Whoa. You see, like, wolves are pretty savage in this game, you know?
Sure, I'll do it right away.
That's the way to show those bastards. I mean.
Why
go ahead,
Magnus is
sir.
always behind? This is pretty strange. Anyway, so I'm not dead. That's good news. And I'm going back to Toronto to sell my sword. It's a lovely evening, you see. And what is that about? Why? So I need a shop. I need a shop of magical weapons, or just any weapons actually, and that's very close to me. Hello to everyone who has just joined. Happy to see you, if there are such people who have just joined. Playing Arcanum today. So, not interested. You are not interested in the filament sword. You are very wrong, my friend. It's just the most wonderful weapon in the world, and that's exactly why I'm trying to sell it to anyone, because I don't need a tiny bit of it at all. I'm not going to fight with my hands. Open the door. Moron. Yeah. Hey, do you want a sword? Maybe? Not to me. No, okay. That's a shame. Maybe you? Want a sword? Yeah. 1,157 coins, which is, you see, when it was unidentified, that was 182. So I'm kind of getting 1,000 more by having identified it, which is perfect. So I'm selling this. Now what I want to buy is this Shield of Force, but it's too expensive for now. I don't want to waste so much money. War Gauntlets, that's a nice idea, maybe. Then this Axe of Strength, which is giving strength and constitution bonus, and the Sword of Defense, which gives defense, understandably. So I could give this to Virgil and this to Sog. Do I want to do this? I think, man, you have this balanced sword, which nobody wants to buy. I'll give it to Magnus and no, goodbye. I'll
What
buy.
is it that you want of me?
No, I want the seller. Yes. So I want this. What the hell happened? Yeah, I want this sword and this axe. And do I want the gloves? No, I'm good. I'm going to. Am I going to? Well, I have to be serious about this. Gloves are not serious anymore, of course, and come on, I have to sell them because I actually need to deal more damage. So I need to buy the War Gauntlets because they improve the damage output, and War Boots are nice, but they're too expensive. So that's quite enough shopping, I think. Yeah, so Magnus, this is your sword. Please be careful with it. I want you to not to fail. Then Jaina, you are somehow armored because you have this armor, which is pretty enough. Then Sog goes with this axe, which is going to give him a bonus in parameters. And
What is it that you want?
Virgil is going to fight with not a staff, but with a sword of defense, which will greatly improve his defense. And this staff now I need to sell because nobody will be able to wield it in the future. So of course you'll be interested in this stuff, right? No? That's a shame. Well, should I have asked this guy if he... Well, that's something weird about those guys. They don't want to do business at all. That's just embarrassing. A shame. A shame. Not embarrassing, but shame. And it is embarrassing. I mean, it's embarrassing me that I live in the same city with such just inexperienced traders who don't want to buy a decent thing. Oh, come on. Well, anyway, so gloves and by the way, do I improve? Well, I kind of improve my defense, which is of course not enough. Anyway, let's move on. I'm trying to remember who can teach me this persuasion thing. Who? I don't want to Google because that's pretty simple. Can you train? No, I know how to do that. Goodbye thing. Goodbye, man. Let me try this clothes vendor. Maybe he can help me with this. So hello, good sir. 18 coins. Yeah, please have it. Have it. I don't need this anymore. And could you please tell me if you persuasion? So who could tell me who is I don't remember. That's so bad. I always forget who trains persuasion expert level. Maybe you? Okay, thank you. 2 coins, sure. 2 coins is not a problem at all. I'm quite happy you have bought it finally. So let me see, maybe in this wonderful bordel in the public house, yeah, Madame Lil's it is called. You see there is a nice objectivation thing which I don't support, but that's a game that was created many years ago, and at that time they always had some kind of this stuff in the game, so I mean that's a part of this game charm to have such an element, even this element too, and I told you what you could do with that ship also, which I'm not going to do especially to show, but no, I need House Tricks brother. Well, that's okay. Madame Lil, could I yeah, expert. So I need to pay 500 coins. Absolutely. She takes coin from you, whispering her trade secrets into your ear. Thank you, funny guy. You are now an expert at persuasion. If you wish to study further and become master, you will need to seek out Mr. Willowsby. He has a home here in Toronto, but is often away on business in Caledon. So you can't become a master of persuasion because Mr. Willowsby will only return when Caledon is available, and that's pretty like 10-15 hours from this moment. So thank you, madame. Do I want to do a quest with her? I think I do. So why hello there, welcome to Madame Lil's, the finest establishment in Toronto. You the madam, and might you be Madame Lil? Why yes, I am Madame Lil. A pleasure. Will you tell me about your place? Certainly. This is the finest brothel in all of Toronto. Its appointments are refined, the atmosphere is relaxed, and I have gathered together the most exquisite women available, all to see to your pleasure. Well, I have to lie now. This is definitely my kind of place. No, it's not, but I have no options. I don't want to go yet. What can I do for you? Well, I need to take a quest, so that's why I will say how much for a girl. My girls are the finest in Toronto. You will find their quiet skills in the carnal discipline. You have only to tell them you desire, and they will indulge your passion for 100 coin. You may have one girl of your choice. And I say that is a little pricey. Do you have any inexpensive options? Well, for 25 coin you have a little something to satisfy out our more deviant clientele, bail our ship. So I can agree, which of course I'm not going to do, but I'll say, oh no, that's not what I meant. Tell you what, I might have a little something for you to do in exchange for some time with one of the girls. Are you interested? Yes, what would you have me do? Cassie was over servicing Mr. Moorland at his house last week. She left a beautiful ruby necklace behind. If you could retrieve it, I would make sure one of the girls took real good care of you. This is one hitch though. There is one hitch though. Mrs. Moorland cannot know that you are retrieving it. She would be very upset if she knew her husband had been entertained by a member of our establishment. The house is on Devonshire between Vermilion and Kensington. Are you interested? Of course. I understand. I'll have it back in no time. So that's the quest that I want to take because I need experience, and then I can be talking to girls. They have quite entertaining conversations because they are all individual, just that I don't want to sleep with them, especially publicly, like while everyone is watching. So yeah, I'm not going to do that at all. And I need to remember the house. I've bumped into that house already, so it's, I think, this one. Yeah, let's check. There was a brothel in Planescape Torment, which was a much more elaborate and exquisite idea, but I'm going to tell about it next time when we are there. So, hello, Laura. Greetings, Laura. Can you help me with something? Maybe. That depends upon the request. I've come from Madame Lil's. Oh, so that's where the fine bauble came from. Oh, good. You found the necklace. Oh yeah, I found it right after the Cassie whore left. A good thing, though. A good thing too. Mrs. Moorland came home and took it upon herself to inspect my cleaning. Not an hour after she'd gone, she would have found it for sure. I'm sure Madame Lille will be glad you got to it first. Where is it? Hold on there, mister. I hid it from Mrs. Moorland. I kept quiet about it. I kept it safe all this time. What are you gonna give me as my reward? And so I can reason with her, like, reward, isn't that what Mr. Moorland pays you for, girl? I can see how you deserve something for your trouble, and well, Madame Lille didn't mention anything about a reward, so that's last phrase is definitely bad. So I'll say the second one about understanding her point. And she says, yeah, I work so hard, slaving away all day long, keeping everything nice and tidy for the Moorlands. She sniffs. You think they appreciate me? No, not a bit, always calling me lazy and worthless, good-for-nothing rich folks. If I wasn't so desperate for the money, I'd live in an instant. Well, poor life, poor life. So I can be very harsh and say, your employer relation is not my concern, give me the necklace. I'm sorry you are not happy, but I've got to take the necklace back. And you poor girl, you could do so much better for yourself, which is what I'm going to say. Looking at you with tears gleaming in her eyes, what do you mean? And I say, I compliment her appearance. Why not take advantage of your youth and beauty? Advantage? What are you talking about? Well, have you ever seen the girls from Madame Lille's? Madame Lille's? Those girls must be the richest folk in all the world, always dressed in the finest silk, the most beautiful gowns. It's not like their work is difficult. She sighs. They must lead such wonderful lives. And I say, a young lady like you could easily find work there. You really think so? Oh yes, here, give me the necklace, then go talk to her. Are you sure? Those girls, they are beautiful and refined. How am I gonna get refined? A little practice and you'll be a shining debutante. Now go see her. Okay, I'll clean myself up a bit, then I'll go see her. Suddenly smiles broadly, then gives you a kiss. You know, you might be the best thing that ever happened to me. Here, take the necklace. Hands it to you. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Maybe I'll see you over there. Goodbye. So that's that's a horrible thing, because I just convinced a lady that she should go and work at a brothel, and that's like a better option for her than her current life. Hey man, have you just been to the brothel? Yeah, sure. So that's pretty sad, and I don't think that her life is going to improve much, because I don't believe that men are generally very, very kind, and you see, like, she is already standing here. Yeah, that's she. So Laura, I see Madame Lille was impressed with you. See, I told you. Thank you so much. You've done so much for me. How about a free one, just to say thank you? I'm not into that kinky stuff like some of the other girls here. I just like things the old-fashioned way, nice and simple. Being with a man like you is excitement enough for me. Do you want to give it a go? So, no, I'm just glad that you are happy. Goodbye. So, I think that's pretty
Sure, I'll do it right away.
horrible, but that's the quest and I have to complete it, and I don't think that that's the best solution, of course, but still. Why hello there, welcome to Madame Lille's, the finest establishment in Tehran. Hello, I have Cassie's necklace. Oh, very good. She takes the necklace from you. Then, as I promised, you may now take a girl of your choice for a little entertainment. Enjoy your reward. Thank you. I'm not going to enjoy this reward, but I'm going to show you how the girls talk, because they all have different, let's say, orienteers in their sexual life. So yeah, just to see, just to show how detailed the description is. I mean, not that much detail. So the first one is, why hello lover, licking her lips in anticipation. Hi, what's your name? I'm Bunny. You know what? No, I'm not going to do that. Actually, goodbye, girls. And I'm just. I don't play the games publicly to tell you what exactly this particular stuff is about, because it's pretty. Oh, it's fun. It's fun when you're kind of like appreciating the detailization of games, like how deeply everything is thought over, and that everything is so kind of precise and tries to reflect the reality of our civilization, but at the same time to be showing this publicly is kind of reinforcing this, right? So I'm just saying that if you want to, you could go and check. Maybe you have a different opinion. I mean, if you think that it is still possible to show as a kind of excursion, well, maybe. I just don't want to read this, actually. It's, I think, pretty gross stuff. So no, I'm not going to do that. And what do I have here? Actually, I ran away, like thinking about that. I just ended up at the opposite point of the city, which is pretty funny. I think I'm psychologically hiding from this, not from this thing as a phenomenon, but I mean from covering this here. Anyway, enough of this talk. There was this legend about two monks that belonged to an order which prohibited communication with women, and so they were walking, and there was a river they had to cross, and that was possible to cross like walking, because it was a very shallow river, but there was a woman who was afraid to walk across the river, and one monk took her on his back and just served as a ferry, kind of, and then he put her on the ground on the opposite bank and just proceeded his way. And then, like hours later, his companion, another monk, was just so discomforted and finally asked, like, why the hell did you help that woman? Because you know that we are prohibited from doing anything, like any communication or interaction with female representatives of the humanity. And he said, well, man, I helped that woman, and I have immediately forgotten about her. Actually immediately forgot about her, and you are still carrying her with you. And that's something that I'm doing now. I'm trying to avoid the topic by strangely talking about it all the time. So what next? I want to tell this guy who is the newspaper guy, well-to-do businessman. So I wanted to tell him that I was in a Zephyr crash, because so that's our conversation. What's your name? I'm Mr. Wright, editor of the Tarantian, finest newspaper in all the land. Who are you? My name is Funny Guy. What can I help you with? Do you have a job I could do? Well, this is the Tarantian, news is our business. The first thing that pops to mind when you mentioned work is news. Do you have any newsworthy stories? We pay quite well. So I say, well, I'm the sole survivor of the IFS Zephyr. Does that qualify? And he says, no, you're the sole survivor from the IFS Zephyr tragedy. What a godsend. I must have your story. I'll pay you 500 coin on the spot if you will answer my questions. So I might tell and get the money, and then if I do tell, then those assassins who are all over the land will spot me immediately, and I won't be able to actually talk myself out of that, pretending to be the wrong person to hunt. So on second thoughts, I'm not going to talk about that, because 500 coins don't really constitute enough compensation for the trouble I'm going to take. So thank you, I'd rather not have such publicity. Oh, the greedy type, eh? Well, I suppose that's acceptable with you being the only survivor and all. I can go as high as 800, but that's top coin. No one is going to offer you more. No one. So I could accept these 800, but actually I don't really want to be on public, so I'm saying no, really, I'm not interested. I'm looking for real work. Well, we don't have any openings here at the moment. Thanks for a moment. There is a small job you could do. It only pays 75 coin. Are you interested? Yes, I am. All right, here. This is a payment now. I need it delivered to Mrs. Holster. Her house is located at the corner of Devonshire and Vermilion. Return to me after delivery and I'll give you the 75 coin. All right, I'll be back soon. Well, I have a small quest. I just want to do it because it's like there are so many quests all the time, and I just want to know that I have completed most of the kind of tiny ones, not to spend my time on them later, because I want to concentrate on bigger things. Yes. Who is that? Who is that? Nice to see you, yeah? Well, probably some rich family, but Franklin. Do I remember him? Some quest, but probably later in the game. Yes, here's she. Mrs. Hollister? Yes, Mr. Wright sent me. Mr. Wright, oh yes, the payment. Do you have the note? Yes, here you are. She examines the note. Yes, everything seems to be in order. Here's a little something for your trouble. Goodbye. Thank you, ma'am. Goodbye. Now I have this... What? Nothing. Actually, I need to go and... make sure that I report about my success, which is such a tiny success, but anyway, a success, right? And after that, we will see, maybe he'll give us another quest, but I don't remember if he actually does. So I have delivered the note to Mrs. Holster. Well done. Thank you, funny guy. Here's the 75 coin I promised. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Is there any more work? Well, this is the Tarantian used to our business. No work, man. Come on. Okay, no more tasks. Then I got very little experience. Should I do something interesting? So I'm level 12. I need to go to level 15 to improve my charisma to the maximum amount, the amount that I need, 20, so that I could join volunteer. Oh, actually, I think I have persuasion expert, so I can already join volunteer in 2 levels. That's nice news. Could I complete some small quest, which doesn't require much fuss around? Ooh, I think I'll go to the post office, to the actually telegraph office, because there is a letter from Joachim, Virgil's boss, so to say, and he will be telling us something what to do next. Hello, new guys. I mean, those who are watching the stream now, welcome. We are playing we're playing Arcanum. Now we are in Tarant, the city, the biggest city in the game. Hope you are enjoying. My voice is a little bit tired already because we had a nice English chat with my English club members just 1 hour ago, which was for 2 hours and a half, and I'm going to publish it too. There were some technical troubles, like my voice going robotic, but you can't escape failures, unfortunately, but that's true. So, hello, man. Can I please... How may we at the Tarant Telegraph office help you today? Do you have a telegram for Virgil? He shuffles some papers around. Yes, we do. As a matter of fact, that will be 2 coins. All right, here, give him the coins. Thank you. Please come again. He hands you the telegram. Well, let's read. I have discovered something interesting concerning our friends with the strange amulets.
The telegram sent
Come
by Elder
on.
Joachim. I don't know what to make of it. It seems that he thinks it's very important to find out why these men are trying to kill you. Much more important than being here to protect you.
I thought that was your job, Virgil.
It is, blast it! I'm sorry, I don't mean to get so angry. I just don't have any idea what's going on here. All I know is that Joachim showed me a better way, a new faith, and now I'm involved in something even I don't believe. What do you think?
Let's stick to the things we know, finding the owner of the ring.
Yes, there is a particular wisdom in your words. And crying about this prophecy gibberish isn't going to keep a knife out of your ribs. I'll shut up for a while and we'll concentrate on that ring. If we find the owner, maybe we'll find out why those bloody assassins want it so badly.
That sounds fine, Virgil.
All right. Listen, Tarant is a big city, and a man needs to watch what he does and who he talks to. Believe me, I know a lot about surviving in places like this. This and worse. Just keep one eye always open, and one hand always on your weapon. You can't trust strangers, and sometimes not even your friends. I used to...
Sounds like you know a lot about surviving in the streets.
Well, that was another time. I know my way around. Just be on your guard and I'll be watching out for you as well.
Virgil, what is it? Where do you come from?
No, I don't want to talk about it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to... There's so much I have to learn. Joachim says the free man is defined by what he does today. I look no more behind me. Yes, let's keep moving forward.
Actually, I remembered. Well, first of all, let's read the telegram. I have discovered something interesting concerning our friends with the strange amulets. Stop. Oh, sorry, it's that. This, I guess, stop of the sentence in telegraph. I am off to investigate my theories regarding them. Please accept my humblest apologies on my inability to meet with you in Tarant. I understand all of this must be a bit disconcerting for both of you. If you have questions concerning the Panari religion, stop by any temple and speak with the priest. I believe there is one in Tarant, on the northern end of Lion's Head Circle. When you have the means, travel to the village of Stillwater. I will have word with the innkeeper at the Bleeding Rose Inn as to where you can find me, Joachim. So, Stillwater is a city, as a town, which is, I'll show you on the map. It's somewhere here where my cursor is, but we will get there not very soon. First, we'll need to go to Ashbury. And so, actually, there's a long way before we finally go to Stillwater, and even longer way to meet Joachim finally. What I want to see now is the museum. There is a museum, and actually the more I live in the world, the more I want to open my own museum finally. Well, yes, it's closed. I need to wait till morning. Actually, it's quite strange that at night there is no music. Where is music? The hell, where is music? Anyway, morning time. Well, and the music begins. So this is museum. This is where you can find something interesting, see some strange creatures, machines, and so on. So let's have a look. I was saying that I love museums as a concept, and I dream of opening my own museum someday in the future, like a gallery or an English school or some facility which will combine everything at once: a museum, a hostel, an English school, a cafe, a club, a gallery, and maybe pet shelter, because people love pets and pets need attention. So I mean, it could be something like a gigantic social project, but Dreams are dreams, and they have to be put into life, right? For that you need resources, and you have to be not as stupid as I am now. So, yeah, let's proceed to this exhibit. The first one is this kind of dragon, I guess. Let's read. The sign in front of this object claims it is a petrified dragon, but it looks more like a poorly carved piece of rock. Well, actually not that bad, especially for 2001. This cow. This plaque reads, "The bizarre two-headed bovine of Vendigroth." This one, the plaque on this display reads, "Amazing miniature steam engine. Actually works." Well, great. Then, this appears to be some sort of rock. The plaque on it reads, "The evil Aranax." Aranax is the antagonist of the game. And the plaque on this display reads, "Authentic Cree shrunken head." Oh, Cree is a settlement of barbarians, but shrunken head. What is this? I don't remember. Then there is this. Inside this case is a clumsily stitched assemblage of moth-eaten bear pelts. The plaque identifies this obvious fake as the Stillwater giant. So Stillwater is, as you remember, this city, the town where Joachim is going to wait for us in. And this is a fake skin, but you have a chance to meet a real giant and fight it, and so there are potentially two skins in the game, and you can actually use this skin to complete one very nice quest. And this museum actually is a very nice place because this is an orc, you see. The plaque reads, "The amazing Gar, the world's most intelligent orc." So this seemingly is an orc, but he is not. He's actually a human who has orc's appearance. So what I'm going to do now is to save my game because I don't remember how to do everything in order. So I'm going to risk. So I need to take this guy with me, and I've messed up with the level. Actually, I should have joined him at level 10, not 12, but well, that's a mistake, but not a big mistake. He's going to be in my company now. He's pretty decent fighter, and he's a talker, which is nice. I mean, I can talk to him about something. So yeah, and he is very intelligent. He has nice conversations. I'm going to show you. So I need to join him. For that purpose, I need to liberate him from Parnas. And also I need to trick Parnas into stealing his skin, this skin, in a way that he will actually do this willingly. And this skin I'm going to use for another quest. And that is kind of a perfect combination, which actually gives me a new companion, 2000 coins, a skin, and a completed quest later. So that's just what's that, quintessence of good fortune. So I need to talk to Parnas first. "Hello, see anything you like? Pray tell, who are you?" This strange-looking fellow puffs out his chest and stretches out his arms as if he is addressing a large crowd. "I am H.T. Parnell, world-famous showman and collector of all that is strange and fabulous." Well, that's exactly what I want to do, a kind of museum of memes, pictures. "What is this place?" "This is my emporium of wonders, home to several of the world's most intriguing exhibits. Perhaps you will allow me a few more questions." "Of course. I'd like to ask about your objects. Which of our exotic, intriguing objects would you like to know more about?" "What is that strange-shaped rock meant to be?" "That is the face of none other than Aranax, mysteriously burned into the rock by mystical forces during his banishment to the nether realms." "Aranax? Who is that?" "Aranax was evil incarnate who tried to take over the world and establish the elves as the ultimate rulers of all the races. Luckily, Nasruddin crushed him like the worm he was." What else can you tell me about Aronnax and Nasruddin? Not much, sad to say. Theology and ancient lore are not my strong suit. Perhaps you should talk to a priest of the Paneri. I think they have a temple around here somewhere. I'd like to ask about your other objects. What is that small head? The shrunken head of the barbarians of Cree. He lowers his voice in mock seriousness. It is told that there are still tribes of nomadic barbarians roaming the southwest, who are meant to be the descendants of the very tribes that followed the Bane of Cree on his murderous rampage across Arcanum. This head is all that was left of an adventurer who went looking for them. Which is pretty true, because barbarians are still there in Cree, and also barbarians are not the guys you would like to joke with, because if they attack you in a crowd, even if you are like high level and with nice gun, they still will kind of shred you to pieces. Which of our exotic... I was intrigued by that miniature engine. That is an exact scale replica of the first Bates steam engine, made exclusively from toothpicks and string. And it works too. Oh, no, come on. I didn't want to finish the conversation. So, would you be interested in purchasing an exotic object from me? Oh, I'm always in the market for the bizarre or unusual, what have you. Bessie Toon's boot. Show him the boot. Excellent. I will give you 250 coins for the famed Bessie's boot. Whoa. It is worth far more than that. I disagree, though it is a moot point at best. I could only spare 250 coins for it. That is my final offer. It is a deal. Stupendous. This will be a great boon to my museum business. Is there anything else I can help you with? So, I was just quite dumbstruck, because there wasn't anything about selling this boot in previous versions, so it's another patch thing. So I'm quite happy that I've managed to sell. So actually, I've killed another bird with the same stone, so to say.
What is it that you want of me?
No birds hurt, hopefully. So, just as I'm here, and this telegram goes there. Cool. So I'm pretty happy now about creatures. What can you tell me about your Stillwater giant pelt? That is one of my most famous exhibits. It creates a sense of awe just to behold a ferocious creature of that magnitude, a holdout from Arcanum's distant past. What must it have been like to see herds of those creatures hunting their prey? How did you come to acquire the pelt? Franklin Payne, world-renowned adventurer, under contract to me, of course, had tracked the elusive creature to its lair, only to have the shifting winds betray his presence. Before he could even raise his weapon, the awful beast attacked. And actually, I could have mocked Parnell with saying that the skin looks fake, but instead I'm asking how it happened that he has it now. And with this, I'm developing the dialogue, and then I will be able to actually kind of switch to the nice option that I exactly need, while mocking him immediately will result into, I think, refusal to continue the conversation, which will ruin the quest. And so I'm continuing. And then what happened? Armed only with a small dagger, Payne leapt upon the creature. Much blood was shed by man and beast, but Payne emerged victorious after impaling the creature on one of its own claws. And so, by the way, Payne I'll join as a character, as a companion later in the game. He's an exciting guy, something like Don Quixote. So absolutely marvelous to talk to, nice voice, and you'll definitely enjoy his conversation. So now I can say just fascinating, like, can I ask more questions? So then I can just say that, like, the tale was just so excited that it was unbelievable. And I can actually continue my line saying, "I sure Pain didn't rip its heart out with his bare hands." So trying to be kind of serious, like, wasn't it even greater? But of course there is an irony here, and Parnell notices this, of course, and he laughs uproariously and slaps you on the back. "Oh, that is rich. It is so rare to meet an individual of true wit. A bit of hyperbole never hurts when selling your wares to the local rubes, eh?" It is a bit less than I expected. It seems lacking somehow. "Oh yes, sadly, I believe its day has passed. Looking a bit frayed around the edges it is. I can't believe people are still flocking to see it. If only that were the case. It lacks its previous drawing powder, to be sure. There must be some other way for you to make money from it." "I'm afraid not. It's humorous, actually. There was such a flurry of publicity when I insured it for a phenomenal amount of money. People who swore it was a fake came just to see something that was insured for so much. Lent it an air of authenticity, it did." So he got insurance for this skin to make it look like it was real, because why would you insure something that is not? I'll sneak it out of here and you can report it stolen." What an ingenious idea. Ingenious idea. I like the way you think, sir. Here's the key to its case. Slip it out when no one is looking. I am most appreciative, sir. So I have the key to the cage. Now the skin is with me. There is no skin now. And there is this glitch now with the patch. So now I want to talk about this again, just to see what he says. "Can you tell me about your Stillwater giant pelt? Sadly, it has been stolen by some foul interloper. It was one of my most famous exhibits. You should have seen it. It was a wonder to behold." He winks at you knowingly. And that's one part of the thing, of the museum quest. Let's ask some other questions. Creatures. What can you tell me of the cow with two heads? Oh, that enigmatic cod-chewer was shot on safari in the wastes of Vendigroth. You can say what sorcery or forbidden scientifics were called upon to create such a beast. You might not think of it to look at it, but it was a man-eater, it was. A man-eater? So you stretch the bounds of believability. He acts as if he is wounded by your command. So I would never yield the truth. I'm a man of honesty. I've insulted him. I don't want to insult the person, so I'll reload. Yeah. Hello, man, again. The cow. And I believe I've seen a two-headed cow somewhere before. Not unless you've been to those blighted wastes of Vendigroth, sir. Creatures. What is the story regarding the petrified dragon? Magnificent, is it not? I find it one of my saddest exhibits, a remnant of the world gone by. The young dragon separated from its mother for all eternity. So I can again be rude. It looks like a carved piece of rock, and badly at that. Don't want to, because probably he'll react with a drop of reaction to me. I don't want that. So now I'm going to proceed to talk to Gar, the orc, and we will have a conversation, very nice conversation.
Ugh, Gar, world's smartest orc. You have got question?
This brutish-looking orc gazes at you through heavy lids. He looks every bit the primitive orc. I do not know. What is your area of expertise?
I know much things. Gar tell all. Politics, mathematics. T.
Mathematics. Tell me, what is 4,570,200 divided by 6,543?
Gar not genius. Gar smarter than other orcs. Not smarter than Professor of Mathematics. I know 25 times 40 equals 1,000. No other orc tell you that.
He looks at you as if you amused him. That may be, but orcs are idiots.
Ha ha! You smart. Now you understand. Gar world's smartest orc. I know much things. Gar tell all. Politics, mathematics, T.
What can you tell me of the politics of Tarant?
Tarant foremost representative democracy in Arcanum. Chairman Willowsby try align Tarant with Caledon, cause him much trouble. Councilman Braith call for him to step down. Us invade Caledon. He no like Caledon because it monarchy. Main question be, can democracy join with monarchy and not destabilize?
So that's this issue between Tarant and Caledon. Tarant being a technological capital, Caledon the magical capital. And they have this negotiation now, which I'm going to help with. What else can you tell me of politics in Tarant, in Arcanum?
Cumbria kingdom dying. Refuse all technology. Lose all provinces. Gar think King Praetor stupid. Other places side Caledon or Tarant. Few try be alone.
You remember Cumbria? We were in this Durnholm town, and there was this king. We did a quest for him.
I know much things. Gar tell all. Politics, mathematics, T.
T.
Yes, Gar like tea. Gar civilized. Gar say Earl Grey best. Made from blend of black teas and oil from the bergamot plant. Excellent, Gar say.
Actually, that's my favorite black tea, I think. Well, one of my favorite black teas, it's bergamot. And now something interesting is going to happen. So I'm saying now, surely you jest. Everyone knows green teas are superior to black.
Oh, come now, that is rubbish. Green tea is for the foreign constitution, not for consumption by those with discerning... Gar no like green tea.
Gar's demeanor seems to change. His eyes open fully, and he seems to take on the manner of a foppish gentleman. So he is now... he's now betraying his real personality, that he's not an orc. He is talking like a normal person, and now I'm going to expose him to this. Why are you acting the idiot? You are meant to be smart.
Gar not idiot. Gar smart. Listen here, sir. Have you ever conversed with a purebred orc? You'll not be in for a scintillating conversation. Of that I can assure you.
He looks around to make certain no one else can hear. But isn't the point of all this that you are smarter than other orcs?
Of course. But people will not accept a cultured orc. The very idea is preposterous. They would begin saying I was an half-orc, or even deduce my true... what I meant to say was... It is more effective showmanship for me to appear every bit the orc, and to say brilliant things.
Deduce your true what? You're not a purebred orc.
Garfield Thelonious Remington III, of pure human stock at your service. I am not orc at all. Well, one can assume that somewhere in my lineage there exists orc blood simply from looking at me. But my direct antecedents, my parents and grandparents, were fully human. Imagine their shock when I was born.
So why do you do this? It seems rather demeaning.
You must have seen how orcs are treated in this world. It is not pretty. Though my circumstances may seem demeaning, it is better than being spit on in the streets, or being no more than a slave in a factory.
Are you owned by this museum or are you free to leave?
I am a bit of an indentured servant of Mr. Parnell's. He paid my parents a good sum of coin to have me come work for him.
That was a bit cruel of your parents to sell you off?
Nonsense. I sold myself to Mr. Parnell over their objections. They were treated with scorn and derision because of me. My father lost his employment, reputation, and his social standing. But even then, they would do nothing but love me as their son. The coin I received from Mr. Parnell has given them a comfortable life and rescued them from the poverty I caused.
How long are you meant to be on display here?
I will most likely stay here for the remainder of my existence. I have nothing else to do with my life. It's not so bad, actually. The only dreadful aspect of this existence is the sheer boredom. You cannot imagine the idiocy of the common folk I must contend with on a daily basis.
Why don't you join with me? I can promise it will not be boring.
While that sounds intriguing, I am indentured to Mr. Parnell for years to come, as I have said. It would cost quite a bit of coin to free me from my obligations.
If I were to secure your freedom, would you join with me?
Of course. I would find it invigorating to travel Arcanum, I believe.
I'll try to negotiate on your behalf then. So now I need to talk to Parnell and try to get Gar for myself to free him and travel with him. I'd like to speak with you about Gar the human. His jaw drops and works furiously for a minute or two before he begins to speak. What are you saying, sir? I can now play different games, so I can say, I'm saying that Tarantian law takes a dim view of human slavery. I'm just informing you that it is easy to get the true story from Gar. Give me 1,000 coins and I'll never mention this again. So I'll try this money thing. Oh, you really had me there for a moment. Only an utter imbecile would actually try to extort money from H.T. Parnell. I would hate to think of the consequences to your health should you have been serious. I'm sure the newspapers would have an interest in this story. Gar may be human, but he's not a slave. I have a legally binding contract. I have treated him well in all the years he has been in my employ. The truth has never gotten in the way of a good newspaper story. He is sweating profusely and spit is flying from his mouth. You wouldn't dare. You must see how easily someone could ruin your reputation. So you're not blackmailing me, but what can be done to protect myself from this type of slanderous attack? Could you take him with you? He is too much of a liability for me. I would be glad to help you out. Oh, thank you, thank you. It's pretty strange, so... Please, it was nothing. Goodbye, sir. Have I earned money? I think I haven't. Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
What is it that you want of me?
I actually now can get another companion, which is much more exciting. So, Gar,
Greetings, sir.
I have managed to procure your freedom, Gar.
I'm ready to follow you, sir.
Now I can let him go completely and I'll get this very important point here. But actually, of course, I want to keep him because I think I'll be traveling with him till the end of the game. He is a strong warrior and a nice guy to talk to and has very good English. So,
Yes, sir.
Gar,
What would you have me do?
Gar is a warrior. He's pretty empty, you see.
Yes, sir.
But
What would you ask him?
let me
Yes,
show
sir.
you.
What can I...
He is strong. You see, high dodge, high melee, nice strength, nice dexterity. So he is pretty dangerous and not easy to kill. That's why That's why I want to have him, because later I'll let Sog go because he's untalkative, he's just an ogre, and I don't need him in my party. Jaina will go, so Gar will stay forever, Magnus will stay forever, Virgil will stay forever. Of course, that's my plan. And so this is how the museum finishes. The museum stage is finishing. And actually, I think, guys, I'll actually stop at this point for today, because I know it wasn't the longest stream about Arcanum, but we had this talk in English with the other guys and don't want to get too tired yet. And so thank you very much for watching, and have a nice evening. And I think next time will be on Monday, I guess, if nothing happens. So see you there, and have a nice night.